country has witnessed some of the deadliest truck accidents. The crashes have prompted calls for tougher rules in order to save lives. Now, to find out what is being done to deal with reckless truck drivers, I'm joined by Mary Phadi, who is the president of the Truckers Association of South Africa. Mary, great to have you on the show.
Hi, good afternoon.
Well, obviously, the talking point has got to be the two crashes that we've witnessed, the Boksburg tanker explosion that left 37 people dead and many, many others in hospital. There was a tank, I think, 2 days ago that failed to negotiate a turn in Germiston and flipped on its side. Unfortunately, no casualties there reported. Now, what is being done to manage the accidents? Because I think, according to statistics, a significant number of accidents that occur in South Africa involve truckers.
You know, we saw an increase in 2022 where there was quite a number of fatalities, especially the alarming one was the one from Pongola. And we took an initiative to, educate our drivers, engage with them, as well as speaking to the operators to say, what is it that can be done, what went wrong. It was happening for the first time in South Africa, where we see quite a number of fatalities and the life lost. So we took that initiative to try and send a message of the things that the drivers are telling us and also what the operators would want to know.
What are the drivers telling you?
The drivers are telling us that, due to fatigue, when they travel many kilometers across provinces, that's the reason why they end up having such negligence. And also small cars tend not to be patient as well when they see a truck, and they take time to, to put on brakes. And the other things that it was the issue of them raising a concern of being paid by load. So those are the things that we have seen are a challenge in our routes. And the campaign was sending a clear message to say, why don't we then find a solution? One of the things is that, have a co-driver in the truck, and also, try to speak about, avoid overtaking, so that we can find, a better. We see 2023 totally different.
Yeah, I have seen that with some of the long-distance buses, that they will have two drivers. So after a 6-hour leg, for instance, there is a swap. Is this likely to be adopted?
Look, in the actual fact, that's how it was supposed to be. As per the, labor law of the Employment Equity Act, it says that a person must work not more than a certain number of hours, and therefore accommodating a co-driver will assist, especially those that are doing long distances.
So how many hours is a truck driver expected to work?
It differs with companies, but, they can go to the extent of about, 12 hours. But shift changing, then it says that you cannot be in a truck for 24 hours.
Now, the problems that arise, do they stem from hiring incompetent drivers?
In South Africa, we need to be talking about the issue of the, training college, because, there's no inexperienced driver in driving a truck. When you've got Code 14, you have access of that heavy-duty vehicle that you can be able to drive. And we base experience based on the number of years that you've driven there. And as per our implementation plan, the task team that we did with the Minister of Transport last year, June, where we signed, one of the points there is that we need to introduce the college as a matter of agent so that drivers can go there and be trained. And with this number of high accidents, it is a clear picture that we need to do something about it.
So, how many years' experience do you need to get your Code 14 license or to drive a truck on South Africa's roads?
Look, any South African can qualify for Code 14, age 18 up.
So literally a driver could be 19 years old, go for his road test, passes Code 14, and next thing he's employed as a truck driver.
The norm says 25 years up. But, you'll find some of the companies taking advantage as long as we've got a license, because at some stage we didn't have enough drivers, on trucks. So, operators are emerging on a daily basis, which is one of the reasons as well that on the implementation plan we're calling for the Department of Transport to regulate this industry so that we can be able to know who's where in South Africa.
So there is no obligation for a trucker to be a member of the Truckers Association of South Africa or any other trucking association. Is that correct?
What we are saying is that we need to come out as truckers, because over the years we are not represented. It has been quiet in the industry, and you know, out of all modes of transport, it was one of the industry that has been you know, more business driven. But now we realize that we need to be engaging the community. One of the things that we should be bringing is that you cannot drive a truck you know, inside the location. We need to find a bypass route. So those are the things that is making an operator to be able to have an association that will be able to speak on their behalf and also engage with the government, because we cannot always speak to the government on our own.
Now, finally, before we let you go, do you have a message for South Africans on behalf of truckers and the Truckers Association of South Africa, particularly, you know, with some of the horrendous incidents that we've experienced in the last year?
We are saying let's change, let's think differently. It should not be about profit. Let's make something that will bring you know, less fatalities. In fact, if we can have zero, it will be better, because in 2023 we cannot have such accidents. So we are sending a message of saying, as operators, listen to us, drivers must listen to us, you know, the community at large listen to us. We can really make a difference this year.
Mary Phadi, President of the Truckers Association of South Africa, appreciate your time on the show today.